We're going to look at a new flashlight from THRUNITE. This is a head-mounted light, very small, very lightweight, good performer for the size. Let's check it out. I got a new light from THRUNITE to check out. This one's called the TH20 Pro. Let's open up the box and see what we get in here. So this is a headlight. It's small. Look at the specifications. What comes in the box is a charge cable and some extra O-rings and a clip, and again a USB-C charge cable, and of course the light itself. So let's just take a look at what we get. So we get a headband strap, of course, which is always nice to have a hands-free light. Clip this off. And here's the light. Now, I think I probably have to screw this down so that it will energize the light and then turn it on and off. And press and probably press and hold. There we go. So 3 brightnesses. Let's take a look at the specifications, and then we'll take it out and do some testing with it at night. I like the hands-free lights. They're great when you're working on things in dark closets. I have a few of them. This might even become part of my workbench so that I can just put it on when I'm working on something and get extra light in it to see what I'm doing. Here's our technical parameters. Specifications, it's a high-performance LED, obviously. Working voltage is 0.9 to 4.2 volts. It's made out of aluminum, and dimensions 80 millimeters by 19.5 millimeters by 22 millimeters, and the weight is 57.6 grams. Here's our output. In turbo mode, it will go at 1010 lumens for 2 minutes, and then will run for 140 minutes at 320 lumens. That's turbo mode. General mode, high is 406 lumens. It'll run for 283 minutes. Medium is 120 lumens for 7 hours. Low is 46 lumens for 16 hours and 25 minutes. In Firefly mode, it'll run at 0.57 lumens for 18 days. Has a distance of 141 meters maximum, and the intensity is 5000 CD. Impact resistance is 1.5 meters, and it is waterproof to 2 meters, IPX8. To turn it on and off, single click, turns the light off and on. Change mode, when it's on, just press and hold the cycle through the switch, low, medium, and high. Shortcut to Firefly, when the light is off, long press the side switch to get a Firefly mode. Double click to turn on turbo from any mode, and triple click for SOS. It does have a removable battery. This is the Type-C USB chargeable. You can actually plug the battery in. So you could buy a second battery and swap the battery out and charge the battery directly. It has a USB port right on the side to charge the battery. And I don't think it has a USB port on the light itself. You actually have to remove the battery in order to charge it, which is different than other flashlights that we've had from THRUNITE, where they actually have the port right on the flashlight. I actually like this design because the units with the charge port on the side, of course, has a rubber cover over it. But if that rubber cover isn't closed, water can get into the charge port. This way here, it's always sealed with an O-ring, and water is not going to get into this one when it's closed. So there's advantages to having a light of this design. You have to remove the battery to charge it, but it also keeps it completely waterproof. Like that design. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to charge the battery up, because I'm sure it's not fully charged right now, and then we're going to take it out and test it once it gets dark. But I'll go through the modes here. So if I turn it on, it's going to turn it on in whatever mode it was in before. And if I press and hold, there's the 3 modes. That's high, low, medium, and high. If I double click, it goes to, whoops, I wasn't fast enough there. So double click, and it goes into turbo mode. As you can see how bright that is. By comparison, here's high, and there's turbo mode. If I triple click, then it goes into SOS mode, which just 3 short, 3 long, and 3 short. I don't think it has a strobe mode on it like some of them. It just has SOS mode, turbo, and regular mode, which is good. Most people are just going to use it in regular mode And a lot of people will just use it in medium because that, for most purposes, is generally bright enough, or high power. Even at high power, it'll run for 283 minutes on a charge. And Firefly, when it's off, press and hold, and it turns on Firefly mode. Firefly mode is good if you're going to leave the light in case the power goes out. You know, it'll run for, what does it say here? How many days did it say it would run? 18 days. So if you're in a situation where power might go out, you can leave it sitting in Firefly mode. That way, if the power goes out, you can find it. That's the purpose of Firefly mode. Or using it as a nightlight, for example, right? You leave it as a nightlight, so if the power goes out in the middle of the night, you wake up, you got a little bit of light. And I just turn it off just by clicking the button. And that's it. Memory mode, the light goes back into the mode it was used last, except for Firefly, Turbo, and SOS. 2-year replacement warranty. Again, I've been using THRUNITE lights for years now. I've got a couple of headlights. I love them. I got one that I keep with me at work all the time. I've got 2 of them sitting right beside me right now. I'll have a 3rd one sitting next to me for use. We're going to take this out once it gets dark, and we'll take a look and see how it performs. So the battery is a 14500, 3.7 volts. That's 3.4 watt hours, 920 milliamp hours. I'm curious as to whether this will charge in a conventional charger or whether it must be charged using the USB-C. Let's find out. I think that answers that question there. I'm charging it at 500 milliamps. I'm going to just charge it at the lowest because this charger can do 1 amp or 2 amps, but I'm going to charge it at the slowest rate in that charger. But obviously it can charge. You don't have to use the USB charger, but you do have that option. If you don't have a standalone charger, you can just plug it into your cell phone charger using the USB-C cable, and it will charge. So right now the battery, it's not fully charged. That's the way they ship them. They ship them at just a partial charge. We're going to charge the battery up. We'll see how much it takes on the charger to get to full charge, and then we'll take it out once it gets dark and see how it performs. Took an hour to charge. I put 400 milliamp hours into the battery. So let's pop it back in the flashlight. We'll take it outside now that it's dark and see how it performs. All right, as you can see, it's pitch black out here. I'll put the light on low. There's the low setting. And I'll just depress the button. Medium. And high setting. And then we'll go to turbo. And you can see turbo actually has a pretty good throw of light. Now I've got the light mounted on my head, and basically everywhere I look, the light follows. This is some trees in my backyard. Look way up. Oh, we got a full moon tonight. And some clouds. Cool. That looks kind of neat. So now we're back on to high setting. Go down to low setting, medium and high, and double click for turbo. As you see, the light actually throws pretty good. We'll just take a walk out to the street. There's a look up the street. Low, medium, and high. And then I'll go to turbo. And there's turbo setting. And we can see down towards the end of the block. It's certainly not as bright as some of the others, but this is a small headlamp. And for close-up work, it looks just fine. Here's low setting, and low setting is good enough for just walking around. I think most would probably find the medium setting or even the high setting to be more adequate for navigating around in the dark. As you can see, the beam throw is pretty good. For the size, this is a very small light. And the throw is quite good. Anyway, just a quick look. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching.